It's Wednesday, the 22nd of December 2021, and welcome to another Timeware Hub podcast. My name's Simon Birchall, and somewhere in the building is the mighty Mike Coop. How's it going, Mike?
I am good. I'm good.
We're getting towards the end of the year now, aren't we? Are you ready for Christmas?
I am. I've got the cheese loaded in the fridge ready.
Got the cheese loaded. Fantastic. Today's podcast is about Timeware's integration with the InVentry visitor management system. So there's an integration we did maybe about 6 months ago. We thought it was worth just doing a podcast on this new channel. Mike, could you just explain to the listeners what the visitor management system does, please?
Yep. So it's basically it's just for recording visitors, but you can do contractors and you can actually do employees. The visitor management system. There's a device that's like a touchscreen PC, which a visitor can present the badge to, or they can enroll at the device. And then what it does is we've done an integration where we bring in data from that system and put it into Timeware.
Okay, so what sort of customers would use this?
I think it'll be a mixture. So I think people that are just looking for maybe a manufacturing company who have a lot of visitors. So they're recording, for example, visitors coming into the building. Maybe a company where they've got a lot of contractors that are passing through and they want to record that they're on site. Okay. And then you've got, for example, you've probably got like education care homes where you could track basically who's been actually to the company. So I think there's a variety of different businesses.
And again, in general, how does, I don't mean at a coding level, how does this integration work? Does it do we put our own hardware in? Do we link to their hardware?
So
just in a big sort of.
There's a couple of ways really. So the integration is we're linking to InVentry. So we're pulling data from InVentry and putting it into Timeware. So usually we're using their hardware. However, we've got some customers where we just recommend InVentry to. There's no official link. Timeware's still doing TNA from its own devices, but then they've got a way of recording visitors now. Okay,
so that's a non-integration solution. Just one of our customers wanting a visitor system. So just jumping back to using InVentry as an attendance point.
Yeah.
What options are there from InVentry?
So I think there's three ways the integration really works. So there's personnel. Basically in Timeware we've got personnel, InVentry personnel, and it brings data across. What I meant was we're used to seeing a clocking in device on a wall, aren't we? An attendance terminal. What attendance terminals? Okay. It's a PC, so it's like I think it's a 27-inch screen PC on a wall. It's a touchscreen panel. And then there are other units that they sell which are like standalone units called quick scans, and they're like just a proximity RFID reader.
So we would, if you imagine InVentry systems installed, and we would be taking data from their system, from what we call attendance points, but they may call them visitor points.
Scans,
or quick scans. Okay, all right. So let's move on to the software side then. Could you just describe to everybody? Could you give us an overview of the software integration, please?
Yes, so it works in three main parts. Basically, the key one's personnel. So the way it works at the minute is if you set people up in InVentry, it brings the person across into Timeware. So it creates the person. So you only have to enter the employee once or the visitor once into the system.
Yep.
The next one's events. So they're in InVentry. When you use a terminal or a visitor system, it records an event that you've been there.
Okay.
Timeware has an integration where we bring their events in and they get pulled into Timeware's bookings. They can be attendance bookings, they could be access bookings, assembly point bookings, however we want to treat them. So it brings events from InVentry into Timeware. And then the last one is we can sync departments. So in InVentry, they have basically like a department, and each employee is obviously assigned against a department, and that would bring the person into Timeware with the correct department. So it syncs the data correctly.
Okay. So from a commercial point of view, if a customer's already got InVentry, it will be it's easy to install timeware and to pick data up from their database. If the customer's got timeware and they're looking to add a visitor system, InVentry is a great solution. Yeah, and the sorts of businesses that we've come across have ranged from everything from academic organisations right the way through to sort of manufacturing sites. Haven't they? Okay, if somebody was interested in finding out more about this, who should they contact?
It'll be, so the email will be sales@timeware.co.uk, and it'll either be speaking to myself, Mike Coop, or Liz Broadhurst.
And what number?
The telephone number is +44 1706 659 368.
Well done. Good. Anything else? We covered everything?
That's it. No.
Good. Okay. Thanks very much. I'll speak to you next year.
Cheers. Bye.